I can tell you right now, this is not the video I wanted to shoot this morning. Not at all. Welcome to mikeybalzz Fishing, guys. Today is not the happiest day in the world, but it's one of those things that you gotta talk about. It's just the way it works. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Browne passed away yesterday. He had a long battle with cancer, but I don't really want to focus on that. That's not. I want to highlight kind of like who he was and what he did. And one thing I can tell you right off the bat is if you flip mats, if you punch, if you love fishing heavy cover, you owe Browne. Like, you owe Browne. He was one of the masters, one of the innovators of flipping, especially on the East Coast, bringing it to like Florida, bringing it to the Southeast. Like, he's just one of those guys. Like back in the 90s, early 2000s, he was a part of that whole transition when guys would pick up that big stick, and he just did it better than anybody else. And I was fortunate enough I've filmed him a couple times over the past few years. You know, he's always been linked up with Gambler and that, supported the products. Him and Val have always been buddies. But we linked up, and you want to talk about like the nicest dude. So cool to hang out with, like just a fun loving, like passionate guy who's lighthearted. He'll talk to anybody. Like, you know, some of those guys that, you know, the pros, like they get a little haughty in that. Glenn is one of the most like old country boys, down to earth, like awesome people. He's just one of those great English from that North Central Florida area that's always just been grounded, humble, fun. Like, just, I don't know. I used to love like joking with him, man. He's great. He's kind of off the cuff. He'll bust your balls a little bit, but it's always in good jest, and it's always like being nice. He'll be the first one to offer you like bag of baits. He'll be the first one to try to help you out with whatever. But he's good people, man. He'll tell you, he won't lie about fishing. He would always like explain, you know, what he's doing. It's just sad. Like, he's really good people. A great angler, and he did so much for the sport. Rest in peace, Browne. Like, you will be hugely missed, man. You were one of the big positives for the sport. I wish you'd still be around because you had so much more to offer. But, you know, rest in peace, dude. I hope there's mats in heaven for you. That's all I can say. I got some footage of Glenn, and the best way to remember somebody is to remember them for who they are, what they did, what they're about. I got some epic punching of like Glenn punching Rodman, you know, his home territory, Rodman, Russo. So I figured let's do kind of like a little memoriam from Glenn, for Glenn and what he loved, because we fished Russo. We did that YouTuber challenge. You guys can watch the video on YouTube if you want. We did that YouTuber challenge with Chris from 44 Tackle. Hell, that was back in February, I think. Like, dude fished like up until the end. He did what he loved. He just, you know, whatever. It's a sad day. Rest in peace, Browne. We're going to look at some video, a little memoriam to Browne doing what he loved, what he was amazing at. If you guys flip mats or fish heavy cover, you owe a debt of gratitude to Browne. I'm telling you right now. So let's watch some video. Glenn, rest in peace, dude.
You're lying. It was channel marker 97. That's what happened. You know, we got all this current, and flipped right where Val just flipped right there. And it went through and just started easing down. And, oh man, huge. Waist deep found it. Golly! How big is that? I don't know. How big is that? How big is that? Oh my God! That's a 12-pounder or something. I didn't bring my scale. Oh my gosh! That thing is huge. That's the biggest one I've caught in a long time. Whenever you can come out and punch a mat and catch fish flipping, that's all I want to do. Sitting up there on the bed.
Freaking, he has won. How much money have you won? Like specifically flipping?
I don't know. Most of it.
Most. Most.